Alright, here we go with this one. This hand is really nice. We have a turn 2 Doran, a turn 3 Zur. That's living the dream, except against, maybe not against a Delver. Alright, there's our land. Trying to figure out how we can fetch here. We can fetch green here, then play our bird, fetch black. We'll have to take some hits somewhere, but so this is our black. This is our green because we already have the white. So I guess it probably doesn't matter. This gets the Hallowed Fountain and this doesn't. We already have that. We'll use this one. Trying to figure out how, as we see we're against, I assume, Grixis Delver on the play, or we're on the draw rather. Not really want to take any additional damage, but shocker. It flipped on turn 2 blind. And our bird is down and he's sitting on a Dreadbore. Well, our hand got a lot worse. We're going to take a lot of damage. Well, that's something, actually. I mean, it eats the Dreadbore, but something's got to eat the Dreadbore, so at least doesn't get bolted. Alright, we're just gonna die because he blind flipped a Delver on turn 1, I think. Turn 2, but and on the play. Yep, it's a lot of. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and get the swamp. See how much damage we have to do to ourselves here. Not ideal. Here's our 5/5. I guess the other bit, this actually means we only take 2 from the Delver, so there's that benefit. I mean, maybe this is enough. I mean, 5 toughness things are not easy unless he's just sitting on Terminate or something, but it's a Serum Vision, so it's not a bad start for us. Buying ourselves a couple turns with the Doran against the Delver clock here is real, but alright, our opponent shocks himself with the Steam Vents has another Delver. Sweet. So we actually get to resolve Zur at the cost of 2 life. But actually I think it's kind of worth, like, the defenses are up right now. This guy's a 4/4. He's got a 2/2. I don't think I attack. I don't think I want to attack here because, I mean, maybe we do. Our opponent just Serum Visioned. If he has the removal for this, we're just probably dead anyways. So maybe we attack. I just hate to take 2 damage next turn and go to 6, which is Bolt, Snap, Bolt range. But I guess if he flips it, that's what we're doing anyways. Okay, we'll get in. And our opponent's got to take 5 here. I mean, sure, this is flipping, so I think that attack was correct. He set up his library, yeah, obviously, Mana Leak. Well, that's fine. Mana Leak's a good draw on our part for him to have because our answers are on the board. Now, the real question is, do I block? I think I have to, but if I don't block and we attack, Detention Sphere gets them both. However, we're dead to a bolt if we don't block, so we have to block. And shocker, he had the Snapcaster Bolt. Alright, we need to draw something good here. That'll do. Now, the problem is that, so we have green-white. If I could just fetch a basic with this, which I can't, then we could cast. I guess this is fine. So we'll just, we'll go ahead and. He's dead in 3 hits. We're dead in 3 hits. He just Bolt snapped. I don't think we win the game by doing nothing because he has blue cards and we have no cards. I mean, we'll kill the Delver here. This is only dealing us 1 with Doran on the field anyways. Yeah, we have to attack. Interesting. That's good for us. That's really good for us because now he's got this Delver that we can decay. He's got another Delver, that's a problem. Delvers for days. Alright, we needed to draw something good. Abrupt Decay was a good draw. Yep, you got it, friend. Spell Snare in the graveyard. That's a good draw. Alright, let's get in there with the Doran. And he's chump blocking. Okay. I like where things are headed here. I guess sure we'll represent the other whatever. Doesn't matter. Alright, so this is not bad for us. We have 10 power on the field. Well, I guess that's actually we have 10 toughness on the field. That means we'll attack him for 10. Conveniently, what he just fetched down to. Now, Cryptic Command is things he can have though, so that's the problem. I don't want to fetch, although we know he has a mana leak, so he's got a Tassiger. The Tassiger is big too. Unfair. Okay. It's actually not great for us. We give him a non-land card. So obviously we can play the Spellskite. So if we do nothing, we play Spellskite, then we get to attack on our next turn, which is interesting because it means he can't trade with Doran. Because right now Tasker trades with both of our creatures. He'd obviously trade with the Doran. Then we have a 4/5 Tarmogoyf, but an 0/4 Spellskite, which is good, but not attacking. If we just do nothing for a turn, if he wants to tap out to do this, we give him some sort of Delver that doesn't matter, that is unlikely to matter. But it means we get him for 4 damage with this. I actually think I like this plan. I think this is what we want to do. I guess we have the second Doran, so maybe that would have been better. I'm not sure. Maybe I attack. He takes the trade here. We play a second one. He's going to mana leak us. I'm fine with that. Right? We don't actually need this, so that's fine. Now we get to attack with impunity with our Goyf. Get an artifact into the graveyard. Goyf now the biggest thing around. So our opponent's in pretty desperate position here. He'll go ahead and do nothing. I don't intend on... He'd have to draw on, like, Terminate. I don't really want to fetch here. Right. It's a Hierarch. Let's go ahead and get our beats in. He's got to have something or he dies. So, like, he would trade with the... Yeah, okay, he's got nothing. All right, we did it. That was a really interesting game, actually. See, you see that Spellskite play, which is very tough for him, because if he mana leaks it, the Goyf becomes huge, but if he doesn't, then our attack on the next turn is just massive, and he has to rip something off, so... I mean, I guess that still would have been better, but that worked out. So, all right. So, our opponent's on Grixis Delver. So, I think we want these here chokes. Sure wouldn't mind. The question is, do we want the Rest in Peace for the Tassiger? Probably not. I think it just... And the Snapcasters, obviously. I don't want to take Goysax so good here. I just may get this in. I actually don't hate Prison against this deck. I might see what we can do here. I think we probably just need one choke since we can fetch it out. Excuse me. Everything else in here is good. We might cut a Mana Dork. It's always a pretty fair thing to cut. We cut a Detention Sphere. It's pretty slow. Maybe we just don't need the Surgical. Maybe we just play around the graveyard. I mean, Snapcaster is... I mean, whatever. We're not going to wreck our own Tarmogoyfs with Rest in Peace in this game, and the Surgical is just sort of the extra. It's possible we could cut a Zur. Maybe we cut a Zur, keep the Hierarch, keep the Extraction... Maybe I'll keep the Extraction. Obviously, Zur is great, but especially on the draw against Grixis Delver, it might be pretty slow and don't want 2 of them in our hands, so. This hand seems like a keeper. It's not absurd, but it casts a bunch of spells that are good. Of course, obviously, we don't want the Unflinching Courage in our hand, but the other 3 I'm happy with having in the hand. Does he always have the Delver? Yep, of course. Remember how we boarded out a Zur, did not draw 2 of them. I'm not anticipating shocking myself to path this guy. I just immediately put him ahead. I think I do nothing. I'm fine holding on to this because there's no guarantee it flips. If we get unlucky and it flips, we'll kill it next turn. Obviously flipped. Yep. 2 for 2 on blind flips. Alright, fair enough. Alright, so we'll go ahead and play this tapped. Really awkwardly, I think we have to path this guy now. I don't want to get it mana leaked on our next turn and take 3 more. Here on his next turn, rather. It's just so bad for us. I want to protect our life total here because these are good cards to resolve later, and this is a big one. Obviously, this will be good. I don't want to take 3 damage and just fall behind here. You know, his deck, and he's got that Ancestral Vision taken away. His deck has, it's not necessarily, these Delver decks are not always extremely threat dense. So as much as it hurts to ramp him here, he's not necessarily doing infinite with it. You take the threat off the table, they lose some of their early pressure, and their late game can be a lot worse. So as you see, he just has to pass. But he's obviously got a counter spell here, but we just have to walk into them, I think. Green, black, white. It resolved, so it's going to get Terminator, Dreadboard, or something. Yeah, it has been terminated. That's fine. I mean, that one gets terminated. Hopefully, I mean, the goal is to not. The goal in this game is not to attack with Doran. The goal is to attack with one of these Zers. So, you know, go out there, take the hit. So our opponent now has got 3 cards in hand, 5 in play, and Social Vision ticking away. It's a Gurmag Angler. Well, that cannot be Abrupt Decayed, so that's unfortunate. And he's got 2 open. The fact he did this means he's obviously representing something here. Wonder if I should have... I mean, I didn't anticipate Gurmag Angler. It could have been the Gurmag Angler, could have been the Tasker. Maybe we could have played around that and held on to the path. I'm not sure. He's obviously got a counter spell or removal spell or something because he... Well, maybe he just wanted to... Going to 13 isn't necessarily much of a difference. He's got 2 cards in hand, whatever. We just have to try. We're not winning this game if we don't get an attack in with one of these. And it did resolve. Wow, okay. So he just wanted to keep the Terminate. So he's probably got Snapcaster in hand if he wanted to keep it in his graveyard there. We'll go down to 8. Interesting. Okay. We get to attack. I can Inquisition. I kind of want to put an Unflinching Courage on our guy, but it's probably just correct to play our Tarmogoyf, even though Tarmogoyf will only be a... Alright, so we Inquisition. We hope... I mean, he's probably got nothing. It puts a sorcery in the graveyard, which makes our Goyf a 3/4, which still can't brawl with Tassiger. But if we hit something, then like maybe Tassiger is not even the one I want him to have. Maybe I want him to have Gurmag Angler, though that puts us in the bolt range and we're even farther away from dealing with it. But I guess the first step is, no matter what, going to be to Inquisition him. And then we'll decide if we want the Goy for the Unflinching Courage. And Dream here has hit something garbage on his part, like a mana leak or something, but yeah, it's a land, okay. Alright, we can play a 3/4 Goyf. It's not great. Because he's going to really suck if we have to give him back Terminate. I don't want to play this Tassiger game with him. His Ancestral Vision's going to go off next turn. He's just going to have everything. I kind of think we gain life and go up to 11. Play our Zur. I'm sorry, our Unflinching Courage on our Zur. It's the most mana efficient as well. Then the turn after that, we can Abrupt Decay and Goyf. I don't know if this is correct, but we're going to try it. I'm still faced with this decision. I think I actually hit the Tassiger here and let him keep the Gurmag Angler. Or we could hit him for 6. We get the Assault Formation, hit him for 6. We get the Choke. Unfortunately, we could get the choke and not be dead, but if he has bolt, we die. That's too bad. That would be so good too. If we just got choke, locked him out of 4 lands, he has mountain, swamp. So the issue being that he's going to draw a bunch of cards off of this. So if one of the top 4 cards, I believe it's got 1 left on it. It's not. I don't actually. It's not showing me how many it has left on it, but I mean that's pretty relevant. But I guess this is a Magic Online thing that's just going to wreck me, isn't it? Oh, it's over here. Okay, yeah, it has 1 on it. This is the revealed cards. All right, I understand. So that's getting ballsy right there. We could choke him out of 4 lands, but he has 9 damage on the field. We go up to 11, and if we get bolt, if he has bolt, we lose the game. This is so hard because like he gets 4 draws. I mean, what's more like? I mean, because if we just say get the attention sphere, knock his Tassiger off, we're at 11. If he just Snapcaster terminates our guy, we're in quite a bit of trouble. Because we still have a fairly small Goyf at that point. We could. I don't want to play the Tassiger game with him. This is so hard. I mean, I'm so tempted to just say. I'm so tempted to just get choke. Say take 9 damage. If you hit the 4 outer, so it's 4 out of 44, so 1/11th. It's like a 10% chance of beating us, right? And surely his odds are a little better than that, right? Oh, it's 25%, right? Oh god, now I'm failing at math. Okay, so there's 44 cards in the deck, and 4 of them beat us. So that is 4 goes into no. That is it's a 10% chance. Right? So this almost has to be right. Okay. We have an island as well, right? We have 2 islands of our own, so we're just going in all in. But he's actually got more outs than that because he could have terminate. This is so hard. He could have terminate and Dreadbore, which both beat us as well. So assuming he has like probably like maybe 7 of those, then he's got 11 outs, so he's like on a 25% chance. I'm sorry I'm taking so long in this decision. I want to make the best decision here. I mean, getting the. So do we think we have a better than, say, 70% chance of winning the game if we take Detention Sphere here? Because our hand is good, but so is his. We can't necessarily trade hits all day with the Gurmag, and we can't. So he's got a. He has, if we say he has like something like 10 outs total, he gets a 25% shot 4 times. Are we better off if we go slow? I'm just going to go for it. We still get to untap and cast, but I mean, if he kills our guy, we're probably dead anyways. I mean, we can untap and cast a Goyf. I guess we wouldn't just be dead. Okay, we're doing it. Somebody who is better at Magic, or certainly better at math than me, is welcome to chime in and tell me if this was the correct decision or not. But I don't know. I'm prone to sometimes just taking our shot. If he wins it, I don't know what 25% chance 4 times is, because it's not 100% to FC, and it's like a 25 and then a 20. You know, I don't know exactly what the odds are there. Also, he's not dead to us doing this. There's that, of course, but we can fetch up a land. This will put a land in our graveyard. Goyf's a 3/4. It makes our Goyf a 4/5, which is fairly important. We can also just. So we get in there for 3. We go up to 5. So we get to remove one of them this time though. So okay, we'll go ahead and attack. I mean, I could also stay on the racing plan if we really wanted, and get the assault formation and do 6, putting ourselves back up to 8, getting the Goyf. So what if we do that? What if we get... Oh, we can just get Ghostly Prison and lock him out pretty hard. That's pretty funny. He's going to have access to this, so he gets his blue mana back next turn. Another hard decision. We get Assault Formation, we do 6. And that's lethal next turn. Maybe that's better. Maybe if we're going to continue to ride the lightning here. But also, I mean, it puts us up to 8. And then we play Tarmogoyf. And that means our Tarmogoyf will be a 4. But in order to make our Tarmogoyf a 4/5, we actually have to... so we're going to be dead to Bolt there. But we were already dead to Bolt, and he didn't have it. And this allows us to kill him next turn. Sure, why not? Just live on the edge. I have no idea if I'm playing this game right. It's actually kind of bad. It makes this a little bigger, but... makes our Goyf bigger as well. And this sets up the kill on him next turn, so we don't have to continue to mess around with these guys. So we can make our guy a 4/5, allow us to trade here, take 4. Now, what I was really hoping there is that we'd get a position where we aren't dead to Lightning Bolt if he draws it, but I don't think that's the case. Instead, he ripped the Terminate. Well, actually had to rip it. Fair enough. I have no idea if I played that game right or not. I mean, we could not get choked there. And then he gets to just have all 5 of these cards. You know, that doesn't seem good. I think we played that right because he was dead next turn. He had to rip a very specific out there, and it had to either be Terminate or Dreadbore or something like that. So, all right, fair enough. Good game. It was a weird game, honestly. That was an extremely weird game, and I do not know if I did it correctly, but yeah, let's go ahead and get the Kitchen Finks in here. The prison out here on the play. I didn't dislike the prison there. Like it was actually a really interesting choice, and maybe it would have been better than the assault formation. We would have gone up to 5. If we get the Ghostly Prison, we go up to 5. But if he has a land in hand that, yeah, then he can just attack with both anyway. So I don't think that would have worked. What an odd game. All right, we gotta go first this one. It's a keeper. Pretty solid, actually. Double birds, an Inquisition, a Courser. So can I afford to fetch basic? I don't think so. I think I might have to get a Overgrown Tomb here. All right, so if our bird survives, we get to probably play Abrupt Decay Bird. Oh, he's milling us. Help out that Goyf, friend. Interesting. Okay, so there's a Doran and an Abrupt Decay down, and a Doran up. So can I fetch? I can Inquisition, play a bird, not damage ourselves on the fetch. A lot anyways. Or you can just go ham and play Doran. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get a basic Plains here. No, I really can't. I guess I need to get a Temple Garden. Because I don't want... we're in bad shape if, like... he can't kill Doran, but he just, like, bolts our bird. And then... so very interesting, by the way, that he milled us and not himself. But, if he just bolts our bird, then we can't do anything. So, I think we're far enough ahead. We can play a little loose with our life total here. And we're just putting down such a massive threat he has to deal with. White, black, green. And because he led with Basic Island, he can't Dreadbore or Terminate this either. So this is actually just a huge pain for him. And now we can, depending on what we draw, like probably play our Courser. Alright, so we drew the land. So let's go ahead and I'm just gonna play it first. This is great. We get to play Courser. I mean, if it gets countered, it gets countered. That's fine. Then we wanted to gain the life. I could have Inquisitioned first. Probably would have been better. Yeah, it's gonna feel bad if that was, well, fair enough. All right, well, you hit the terminate. Don't care if he K commands us. Would I have even taken the mana leak there? I mean, probably not. Getting our guy, yeah. If we had done that and we take the mana leak to resolve Courser, then Doran doesn't survive. I'm just taking the terminate. It is true that he's going to be able to K command our bird. Make us. This is all fine though. He's just going to get beat down. He has to find an answer to the Doran very quickly. And kill, probably K command, kill our bird, make us discard a bird. Oh, he found a Delver. That's actually not very good for you. Found a Thoughtseize, huh? Okay, so go ahead and play our bird. This, so we can Abrupt Decay. I'm sort of thinking about. So we knew he has the K command. Maybe we definitely probably want to Thoughtseize the K command away before. So okay, that's fine. We're gonna K command or Thoughtseize the K command out. This is really bad for him. He's gonna have to rip an answer just off the top to this Doran here. So we're going to trade a point of damage in this turn to play the birds. Go black, green, Abrupt Decay your Delver. Hit him for 5, put him at 10. He has nothing but land in play. He has to find a very specific answer to this card right now. He's taking 7 next turn, unless he rips an answer to it. If he does rip an answer to it, then we're certainly in this top decking war. Well, that was a pretty good one. Let's see if we can answer back. Not quite. What we can do, however, is get him for 2. This is sort of relevant. Birds of Paradise beatdown. No reason to offer the trade. It's lethal next turn because he fetches. Yeah, it's lethal next turn if he has to rip another card because he can't just activate Tasker. He has to rip something to beat us. Again, he has to go run a runner here. Not impossible. And he did not do it. It's actually, yeah, I mean, that was it felt like it was actually a nice draw there. The 4-4, the Doran play, the Birds of Paradise beatdown. What a nice match. I have no idea if I played game 2 correctly, but game 3 was a good one.